Hello everyone! Today we'll be talking about how to start your weight loss journey and what mindset you should be in. This is a part 1 of a complete guide on weight loss video. I will talk about nutrition, exercising, supplements, and more tips in depth on my next video. So before that, please don't forget to subscribe on my channel and hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell just for you to not miss any video of mine. If you did that already, thank you so much. I know this is a very sensitive topic to address, but I really wanted to talk about it as it is very confusing. So to tell you my story, did I ever had a problem with weight loss? Well, since I was a kid, around maybe 5 or 6 years old, I remember people would tell me that I needed to gain weight because I didn't look good. I was way too skinny. At a very young age, it was already planted in my mind that I didn't look good and I didn't look healthy. So I grew up wanting to gain weight so that people would finally tell me that, yes, you look good. And I badly wanted to fit in the standard look of society. To think about it, it was a bit sad, to be honest, because when you're a kid, you don't know anything. So whenever I had a chance, I would just eat any food, and mostly junk food, for me to gain weight. But after all those efforts, for so many years, I was still skinny until I reached 17 years old when I first tried modeling. And someone told me that I need to lose weight because I was too big for the industry. And I was really shocked, to be honest. I always keep hearing that I need to gain weight. And for the first time in my life, I heard from an industry professional that I had to do the opposite. At the time, I knew that to gain weight, I need to eat. But to lose weight, I should stop eating and should starve myself. I was young. I didn't really know how it worked. It really took me a long time to understand and know more about how human body works. And this is why I would like to share this with you guys, because some of you may be struggling or are probably doing things wrong or just don't have any ideas, and I'm here to help you to go on this journey together. So whether you have 50 kilos to lose or 5 kilos to lose, it's basically the same idea. However, I would like to say that I'm no way fat phobic. I honestly think that all shapes are beautiful. If you do not want to change and are happy with who you are, then that's good. It means that you're contented with what you have, and that's the most important thing. However, if you're someone who wants to change or lose a few kilos or have a specific goal, then this one is for you. But please, let's not ignore the scientific evidence pointing out the health risks associated with being obese. We both know that it is not a healthy weight. You have one body in your life, and whether you cherish it like a temple or whether you treat it like a garbage, it's up to you. Theoretically, the concept is simple and not hard to understand. It is the idea of calories in versus calories out. The idea of losing weight is simple. The hard part is to be consistent day after day until you reach your weight goal, but also to keep the weight off and start to change your lifestyle forever. I will come back to the nutrition in much deeper and detailed video, but I really wanted to address what I think is the main and most important aspect before you start. First and foremost, the best tip that I can give you is that the most important thing is to have a strong desire to change. You need that motivation to get you started. Without that, there's no point of starting because you will just end up failing what you want to achieve. At some point, either stopping or gaining back the weight that you managed to lose. I know people who have started and stopped many times. They're gaining at some point most of the weight lost or even more. If you have also done that and had to start all over again, then you have to stop quitting, because you will get used to this yo-yo pattern. You will lose a few kilos because you were on a strict diet, and then after 2 weeks when you stop, you will gain back the kilos that you lost. Then you do it again and again, like a yo-yo. Think about it. If it was easy to be in good shape and have that great body anyone wants, everybody would do it. But it's not. You can't be doing average every day and expect great results. The question to ask yourself is, how bad do you want it? How bad do I want to be healthier? You have it, and I know it's in you. You need to stop ignoring how you look. It won't go away miraculously. You need to take a good look in the mirror and face the truth. If you're not happy with the way you look and feel, you need to start taking actions. For some, this can be a longer journey than others, but as long as you have decided to take actions, you have already made the most important step. Dare yourself to be great, to look good, and to feel good. It's time to start executing and stop thinking. No more excuses. The only one to blame is yourself. Having the body that you want requires you to have it on top of your mind every day. It has to become a priority in your life. You will have to grind daily, make sacrifices. It won't be easy, but it's worth it at the end of the day. You have to sacrifice what you are now for what you will become. As soon as you embedded this strong desire to change, which is probably the hardest thing to do, you will find the strength to change. You will not have any regrets. To achieve the body of your dream, you will also need 2 other things that I think are fundamental. It's knowledge and consistency. Knowledge is what will help you get there. You need to have a good understanding of food and physical activity in general. In my next video, I will try to explain the most important aspect regarding nutrition, exercise, but it won't have all of the information in the world. So it would be good to keep educating yourself. Whenever you can, educate yourself. It can be reading, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos on reputable sources. You know, internet is a gold mine of information. Never stop learning. Consistency is the next requirement, whether you want to lose or gain weight. Your lifestyle will need to be tailored until the rest of your life. For someone overweight, it's so easy to give up and gain back precious weight you lost. As you eat yummier food, the weight slowly creeps back up. A cheat meal turns into cheat day, and then a cheat week. And very soon you forgot you were on a fat loss journey. However, the longer you have a healthier lifestyle, the easier it gets. As you form habits, they become part of your lifestyle. The salad that you didn't like to eat before, soon you will feel disappointed not seeing greens on your plate. Trust me, because I'm that like now. The heavy carbs you love to eat in fast food won't appeal to you so much anymore. You train your brain to enjoy food that are better for you. You start feeling guilty if you go for a few days without exercising or moving. For people with significant amount of weight to lose, start by setting small goals and small changes. When you look back at what you have accomplished, you will be amazed at the result. It is in some form of climbing your own mountain, little by little, day after day. It will not be easy, but at the end, it will be worth it. And that's why you should never give up. Okay, having that said, let's talk about the most important idea on weight loss, and that is the concept of calories in versus calories out. When it comes to weight loss, I know it's a bit confusing as there are a lot of diet claims out there. There are so many diets out there, like being on a keto diet where you eat more fat and less carbs, vegan where you eat plant-based food only, or paleo diet where you don't eat any processed food. Now, The formula to weight loss or weight gain, it is simple. To lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit at the end of the day or week. In other words, you need to feed your body less food than it requires. You want your body to ultimately use that fat that you have stored as fuel. That's it. It's the scientific. It's all about science and how your body works. So while there's a bit of guessing to know how about your body reacts and works, how many calories in that food, most of it is very straightforward. Your body needs to function. Your brain, digestive system, muscle, cardiovascular system, other things. All of this needs energy. If you give it exactly what your body needs, your weight will stay the same. And yes, you're still burning calories while you're sleeping or while you're watching TV on your bed. Keep in mind that in order to achieve your goals, the most important is your diet. I would say it's gonna be 70 to 80%. Then your physical activity. You can never outrun a bad diet. You need to have an understanding of your body, what it requires, and what food does to your body. Think of it as a fueling your car. So the first thing that you need to know is how many calories your body needs. First step, you will need to calculate your basal metabolic rate. It is the number of calories or energy that you need to maintain your current weight, as your body needs energy to function. This does not include any physical exercise or activity, including walking. I will put a calorie calculator on my link below. You can check it so that you know your daily BMR intake after watching this video. However, it will be an estimate only. The more muscle you have, the higher it will be. Remember, muscle burns calories, whereas fat does not. So from that number, I would try to aim between 200 to 500 calorie deficit per day to lose weight. However, this depends on the amount of weight you have to lose. Remember that the faster you lose weight, the more muscle you will lose. The faster you gain weight, the more fat you are likely to gain as well. The more muscle means a higher metabolism. That means your BMR will be higher. Do not try to be in a deficit higher than 500 calories unless you have a lot to lose. I think that it is already very hard to aim 500 calories. More than that, you will lose your motivation after a few weeks because of the difficulty. So to be in a net deficit, you can either eat less or eat the amount of your BMR and increase your daily energy expenditure, or a combination of both. For example, for a girl named Angelina who is 170 centimeters, 25 years old, and weighs 65 kilos, she will need 1,474 calories with no exercise at all. She can either eat less, eat about 1,000 calories, which is really not that much, or she can eat 1,474 calories, jog an hour, where she will burn between 200 to 300 calories. So being in a caloric deficit is the scientifically proven way of losing weight. If you want to see results, then you need to track your calories so that you'll know if you're doing it correctly or when you're overeating. It's about paying attention to what you eat and the portion of what you eat. I've mentioned before that diet is the most important. Think about it. You can either jog 1 hour or you can say no to those two delicious Krispy Kreme original glazed donut. What's easier? It's about 5 minutes of pure yumminess in your mouth or 1 hour of sweating and getting your heart rate up. It's your choice. However, you cannot just eat anything or everything. Yes, a calorie is a calorie, but exactly what you eat has a different consequence in the way your body digests it. I will come back to this on my next video about nutrition, but you need to understand that there are good food that are good food for you and some that are not so good for you. So if you know your daily caloric intake, you'll be aware of how much your body needs to function and how much food you need in your body. Calorie counting will literally give you an accurate prediction of what your results are going to be. I would recommend you use a great app called MyFitnessPal. It's available on App Store and Google Play. It teaches you a lot about understanding what is the food we eat. It's also a good tool to keep you track of your day and how well you're doing it. You need to gradually lessen your calories intake by being in a 300 to 500 caloric deficit. It is already enough. Once you know about calories and the caloric amount of food you eat, you'll be more careful in what you put inside your body, and you'll start to spend your calories wisely. I know this because this is how I started, by calorie counting and by being in a caloric deficit. I know this is a bit hard and complicated and a lot of work. A lot of people complain about this when I tell this to them. A lot of people are not willing to put an effort about it, but I would say that if you're really serious about losing weight, then you should put an effort. It's not easy. I know that's why a lot of people are not doing it. But ask yourself, how bad do you really want it? That's it, guys. That was my first detailed video on weight loss, covering the most important aspect. I will talk about more information about exercise in more details, but I really wanted to first explain the concept and really this idea of motivation. I hope you watch it until the end. I hope I can in some way help you in your journey of becoming healthier. May you achieve your goals you set and that you want. I believe in you and the great things you can accomplish if you put your mind into it. Thank you for watching this video.